Hello, friends. I am back on my YouTube channel, and I'm so sorry. I want to apologize to everyone out there because I haven't uploaded a video in about 2 weeks ago because I was busy doing some stuff here. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get back to it. And this is not gonna be some games here. I'm gonna return to my movie reviews that I'm about to show you. This movie review is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer Stone. It's a 2001 film. This is a movie review of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer Stone. It's also based on a novel by J.K. Rowling, Keeps Memories. And here's where it starts. First, it was Privet Drive. There was nothing about it last night. Then Professor McGonagall was telling Professor Dumbledore that Hagrid is bringing a baby that should call him Harry Potter, and he has a scar on his head, and he lives with the miserable Dursleys home. Until that, today was Dudley's birthday, but it's supposed to be Harry's birthday. Then Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon's going to show Dudley some of his birthday presents. And then they went a little trip to the zoo where they could talk to snakes. Then there was a message that there are Hogwarts letters for Harry Potter, but the Dursleys are about to stop him because they don't want Harry to open it. Then next, Hagrid went by to see Harry for just a minute, and Uncle Vernon says he'll not be going to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And then it was the funny part that Hagrid just did to Dudley. He just tried to get a pig's tail to him, and then right after that they were in London, and Harry and Hagrid met Professor Quirrell. He's a Defense Against Dark Arts teacher. And then they welcome to Diagon Alley. And then they want to look to see what vault it is in Gringotts Bank. And next, Harry needs a wand at Ollivander's shop. And then Hagrid has brought Harry a present to celebrate his 11th birthday, which is a cute little bird. He says, I'll just call him Hedwig. Then next, Hagrid tells him a story about he who must not be named. That he must have killed Harry's parents before they died. Then Harry was in, I'm not sure what Harry's in, but he just tells Mrs. Weasley that is Ron's first turn to Hogwarts. Then Harry looks at the Hogwarts Express. Then Ron has to sit and introduce Harry until they brought a lot of candies like Bertie Bott's beans, boogie flavor, and chocolate and peppermint. Also, they got wizard cards. And until then, Hermione is coming here. Then, one night, it stopped the first year of Hogwarts, and Hagrid tells the students to this way to the boats. And then Professor McGonagall tells them to welcome to Hogwarts. And then they want to follow students into the Great Hall, where they see everybody there to be salted to your houses. There are Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw. Next, while Ron was eating, he just meet a nearly headless Nick. And Percy tells us the password of the portrait of the fat lady. Then, one afternoon, it was time for broomstick lesson practice with Madame Hooch. Then next, at Charms class with Professor Flitwick. Then Neville just got hurt. Then Malfoy took his Remembrall. And You hear the best part Ron says, is Leviosa, not Leviosa. Then Hermione was crying because she had to use the bathroom. But then one night, the students are enjoying the Halloween feast. Then Professor Quirrell says there was a troll in the dungeon. Then Harry just killed a troll and saved Hermione from a prison. And then, it was time for Quidditch match with Oliver Wood and the Gryffindor team. Then Lee Jordan was the commentator. And you know who's going to win? It's Gryffindor versus Slytherin. Then next, Harry just won the Quidditch match because he's got the golden snitch, and he ends up with 120 points. And Slytherin has only 20 points. So that means Gryffindor wins and Slytherin loses. And after that, they tell Hagrid to let Dumbledore to guard up, but he says no more questions because that's top secret. He says the three-headed dog's name is Fluffy. Then he says that's to be part of Professor Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel. Until then, it was Christmas Day at Hogwarts, and Hermione went to look at Harry and Ron playing chess all by themselves. And then Harry went to look at Ron, and Harry got some presents. He got an invisibility cloak. Says his father left his possession before he died. And then last night he went to check the restricted section to look for the part of Nicholas Flamel. Until then, Mr. Filch heard something in the restricted section. Until then, Harry saw his cat named Mrs. Norris. Then Harry went inside to look at the mirror of Erised. He sees Harry's parents in there. Their names were James and Lily Potter. And then Harry cannot believe it, so he wakes up Ron. There's something got to see. But then Professor Dumbledore tells him that tomorrow he'll be moved to a new home. And then Hermione went to tell him that Nicholas Flamel was the only maker of the Sorcerer's Stone. And then last night they went to spend the night at Hagrid's hut. And then, you see what it's hot. Hagrid just picked up a dragon's egg from a pub last year. And he says that this is a Norwegian witchback. His name was Norbert. And until then, last night, Mr. Filch took Malfoy, Harry, Ron, and Hermione back to Hagrid's hut. And Hagrid says Norbert was gone. Dumbledore sent him off to Romania. And then they all went into the Forbidden Forest to follow the unicorn blood. Then Harry Scar who was find the Sorcerer's Stone and Nicholas Flamel. And they got past the three-headed dog, the devil snare, and the winged keys. Especially, one thing to get through is the chess game. And Ron's playing this all alone. But until then, he fell and hurt himself, so Hermione has to take care of him. Then Professor Quirrell was looking at the mirror of Erised. And Harry, he spotted Harry Potter here. And when Harry looked in the mirror, he got a red stone and it's in his pocket. But there was a strange voice sound that Harry just heard. It was Lord Voldemort at the side of Professor Quirrell. And Harry saw Harry's parents in the mirror of Erised. Voldemort tells him to give the stone to him, but Harry won't let him until Professor Quirrell dies. So then Harry just fell on her himself because you never forget the red stone. But then one afternoon he was in a hospital wing and to see how he feels. And Professor Dumbledore tells him, "Good afternoon, Harry. What happened down in the dungeons between you and Professor Quirrell? That's a complete secret, that is." And then, one night to the morning afternoon, it was the end of the first year of Hogwarts, because Gryffindor wins the House Cup, because Slytherin loses the first year. Until then, Hagrid brought Harry a nice surprise. It's kind of like a photo book to help him keep memories. And then Harry and friends are going to be back for the second year, I think. And so that is the end. And that's it for my movie review of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I don't have the VHS or DVD, but I may get this sometime soon. But in the meantime, I'll see you later for another video.